Here we are live at Trader Joe's. We're going to give you a shopping experience today, and so just excited for you to be able to learn how to shop, what to eat, and yeah, we're at it. You're going to have to stay focused. There's a lot going on behind me as well, and we got a bunch of the meals that we already purchased for you to kind of go through so you can learn what to buy for your first couple of weeks of the challenge. If you're doing that, if you don't know anything about the challenge, then you can just message us, get some details, or comment below. As I do this, you can ask questions. And so if you have questions for me specifically, I'm going to get them answered. And so we're going to start with the first 10 minutes or so here. We're going to go through several foods, what you need to look for, what you don't need to look for, what's important. And so we got it all purchased for our families to go. So I picked out the first 3 recipes. And then we also have snacks, we have drinks, and then we're going to get those questions answered. So please start putting questions in the comment section if you have them. I want to get them answered. We also have some patients gathering around that are in store live with us, and so they're going to get to learn as we kind of go through all the foods. Added a new twist to this, so wherever you're at, you can learn. Trader Joe's has been so good to us over the last several years of working with them, and they have all the foods marked in the store. If you're in the Cary area, if you're outside of the Cary area, you might not have that luxury, but you can still learn about specific foods that they have and they offer, and they try to trust their brand as far as what's in their ingredients and as far as what they have to offer. So we're going to start going through some of them. Jessica, my beautiful wife's going to help out today. She does a lot of the shopping. I'm not going to lie, it's not me that does it all, but she shows us and takes care of us as a family. So what do you got up first, recipe-wise?
The first recipe is actually the smoothie. Morning, start with morning.
Morning smoothie. Is that this one here?
No, that isn't.
That's the snacks. Down here. This one here? Okay, smoothies in the morning, really simple. This is one I make almost every day. And so smoothie-wise, again, we want to be cutting out all of the sugars and we want to add in lots of fat. Breakfast is your best opportunity to do this. And so this morning, for example, we made a smoothie. Just throw in some frozen berries, whatever kind you feel right with. No pineapple, no peaches, no oranges, none of that. That's too high of sugar. Berries, Granny Smith apples, or grapefruits is what you're looking for when it comes to the smoothie. So I put a handful of berries in, and we got raspberries and strawberries here today. And then you're looking to get fat in, and coconut milk is your friend in that regard. So there is, let's see, 11 grams of total fat in here. That's a fat bomb. We use an entire can in our house, and so we buy the cans, not the carton, because it's pure, and it has just coconut milk, organic in it, that's it. And so you can put this right into your smoothie. It is organic, which is fantastic, makes it cleaner. A lot of good healthy fat. If you want to burn fat, you have to get fat in. You've got to be a fat burner. So we add those 2 in. We had ice, and then we also add some spinach. So they have organic spinach here, which is fantastic. They also have power greens. You can do that as well. This is getting a big dose of nutrients into your smoothie every morning. Most people for breakfast are having like granola or yogurt or oatmeal or cereal. That's all sugar. That's going the opposite direction. And so to get greens in the morning is a big shift. You guys do this? Yeah? You do smoothies? You haven't tried those yet? So you got a big dose of the of greens in and fat in the morning. So that's huge. It's simple. You can take it on the go. I usually have about 32 ounces. So I have a big one. Depending on the size of how big you are, you can do a pretty big one. Take it with you. It'll fill you up. You can also use this for portion control, which means, hey, if you get home a late night, you get home at 8 o'clock or something, don't have the full big meal, substitute out in your recipe book and just add in a smoothie. It'll be a lot lighter, you won't have as much the calories going in, that'll help you get your results faster. And so that's the smoothie in the morning, really simple to be able to put those things in. And let's move on to some of the meals then. So, hi, thanks. All right, what do you got next?
So
What's the next meal?
Chicken salad is the next one.
Chicken salad, which
Yes,
is which
we
one?
have
This one here?
chicken.
Perfect. Let's talk about meats a little bit. And so they have a great meat selection here at Trader Joe's. This is our organic free-range chicken. As we talked about with clean proteins, your beefs, your fish, and your chicken, you want all wild-caught, free-range, grass-fed. They got great organic free-range chicken. I love the taste of it. We trim the fat off of it just a little bit, and ready to use. We use a ton of this throughout the week. So there's your organic free-range chicken. This is for your chicken salad recipe that you have. You'll be adding in some raw nuts. We choose the walnut halves and pieces. Now the big focus is you want to make sure it is raw And so for nuts, you don't want them soaked, you don't want them dipped in oils, you don't want them to be covered in honey like we oftentimes have. Yes, you guys are smiling because that's what you do. We want to make sure we have raw forms of nuts. They have a lot of great selections here at Trader Joe's for that. Celery, real simple. You can chop some of this up. You can use it later on as well to dip in hummus or guacamole, so you can have it as a snack. Multiple use, cut a bunch of it up, take it with you. Almond butter, you can have this as a snack with, so you don't have to waste the celery because you're not going to put it all in the chicken salad. But chop that up, and then ingredients-wise, we also put veganase in there too. Oils.
Some type of veganase type of product, and apple cider vinegar, salt, pepper, whatever to taste.
Apple cider vinegar I like to add to it as well. Really good property if you have issues with acid reflux. Oftentimes you need to add more acid, not subtract it. So giving a little cap full of apple cider vinegar before a meal, very helpful if you deal with that. Little tidbit for you there. We put it in the chicken salad, so it just makes out a good recipe. And then veganase. They don't actually have this at Trader Joe's. You can get it at other health food stores. Similar to it?
Okay.
See what you got, Rachel.
She's
That'd be
gonna
great.
grab something.
So manager's taking care of us. She's gonna go double check for you on the spot. But veganase, instead of mayonnaise, you want to see some of these? Perfect. There's your walnuts. There's your celery. Oh, organic chicken. Throw that up
Terry
there.
Nelson Sugar says she's here making her hungry.
Making you hungry, Terry Nelson. Yes, thanks for logging in. Got it. Good, good. Well, you're going to be a little hungry during the challenge. This might cost a little bit more, but you're worth it. And if you're going to change one thing, you can skip organic in other areas, but you got to get your meats right, okay? So with the chicken, you're going to add in veganase. Now, instead of mayonnaise, mayonnaise has a lot of soybean oil and rancid oils. So you want to switch that out. It also sometimes contains sugar. You want to switch it out with an alternative, which veganase is what we really like. It's made from grapeseed oil. It's kept in the refrigerated section at a health food store. Trader Joe's doesn't have the exact veganase, but is there an option? A new one, you know?
Vegan spread
tastes
dressing.
really good.
Okay.
Now, I think veganase is made with soybean oil, I think.
There are,
This
yes.
is canola, so it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and I mean, it has sugar as an ingredient, but if you look at the panel, there's 0 grams. So it's a very small amount.
That's,
Got it.
that's the
And the
same thing with
flavor
other ones.
is excellent. It's like really good.
So there's an option for you to get started the right direction. If we can get it made with an olive or grapeseed oil, that's best.
Yeah.
Canola, it's just, the verdict is a little dicey on canola. It's made from a rapeseed is what it's called, and it has been known to be more of a rancid fat in the body. But this is lower in sugar content. It does contain a little bit of sugar in the ingredients label. But you want to go lighter on this. But veganase would be your ideal. But there's an alternative if you're shopping at Trader Joe's to be able to make the chicken salad. So, Jessica, there you go. Do that. All right, next we're going to, let's see, dive
Sorry, I answered your
into,
question. How much is that chicken?
how much is the chicken?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I'll
on the
put-
label.
I'll
It's
put
on the
it-
label. That was $12 for the chicken.
About $6 a pound. about.
$6 a pound? Okay. Again, you're going to spend just a little bit more. So, vegetable lasagna next? Is that okay?
Yep, that's perfect.
Perfect. Vegetable lasagna. You got to get veggies in. Sometimes you got to sneak them in. This is a little bit different on the palate, but honestly, when I had it, I couldn't believe that there was no grain. You know, you do a lot of pasta, so we still want you to have some of those types of recipes. It's a really easy one to put together. So basically, we got eggplant. That kind of gives that consistency of the noodle. Kind of like that, so we put eggplant in it. The zucchini, we'll add that as well. I love zucchini. Again, you can take the leftovers, dip them in hummus. It's a great snack for you. I've even eaten one just raw before. I mean, the zucchini is just great. You know, if you're in a pinch and you gotta have something, those are good. And I love that they're just packaged up, easy to use for that. New green peppers. Now I chose green because red have a little bit higher sugar content. I'm not going to beat you up for using a few red peppers, but green's going to be a lot better to be able to use for it. They're going to be adding in cheese. It calls for in the recipe. This is organic mozzarella. So organic when possible, especially when dealing with animal products to clean up the protein. But the cheese, I like a lot of cheese. You can have cheese on it. Don't overdo it, but they have some great raw cheeses here at Trader Joe's. And so some really good, if you're a cheese lover, which a lot of people are, you get it hungry, you need a snack, you can slice off a couple chunks of cheese, and it's a good snack for you. Mushrooms, love mushrooms. These are the organic ones. They also have regular, and yeah, I mean, obviously you can use these for other uses, but throw some in your lasagna if you like them. You can leave them out if you don't prefer them. Another good option. And then our sauce. So sauce can really get people into trouble sugar-wise, as we talked about at the event. A half a cup of the improper tomato sauce is equivalent to, what was that equivalent to? That was tomato sauce was the 2 Oreos. It was the 2 Oreos. So it has more sugar in 2 Oreos than tomato sauce. So you got to watch out for it. This one does have 8 carbs. It has 3 of those of just pure sugar. That's in a half a cup. So the lighter you can go on the sauce. My wife's a big sauce lover, but we got to go a little bit lighter on that. That'll keep the sugar content down. Obviously, using this entire jar, you're going to end up with a lot of sugar because it's a lot of tomatoes. Okay. You want clean ingredients. This is all organic. There is soybean oil in there. If you can get it without an oil, it's even better. You can make your own as well if you're, real savvy. For our household, that's not us, so we like to keep it simple. But there you go. That's did I miss anything as far as making the lasagna?
No, it's a really easy recipe. Lasagna always sounds like it takes work, but it's easy. They have everything here you would need.
Throw it all together, and then you go. You can pick off this for several days, which I should make the point that you don't have to make 8 different recipes every single week. You can if you can make 3 and then eat off them the rest of the week, go for it. That's fine. You can mix and match. You have your 10 to 15 recipes yourself, and with those 10 to 15 recipes, you can just pick and mix and match each week what you want to do. We want to give you lifelong principles. If you don't have access to those recipes, it's on our membership site. You can comment below. We can get you details on how to make that happen for you. So
another suggestion, Rachel just had, she uses this with no sugar, and then she just adds her own seasoning. So that's a even more clean way of doing it. That's
even better.
It's organic. There's
All
no
organic.
sugar.
No bad oils,
No bad
no
oils.
sugars. Yep, even better. This is great.
Just
This
add
is great.
Italian seasoning to it, and you have tomato
The
sauce.
spices here at Trader Joe's they don't radiate them, and so when they make spices, a lot of times they radiate them, which is going to change the chemical makeup and of the compound of the ingredient, and then it denatures it as well. And there's some side effects before you process it. They don't do that with their spices, so that's another just bonus there of it's just cleaner eating if you're getting your spices, and those are things you only have to buy a couple times a year or so. Okay. So, how's that one doing? Is it good? Make sure I didn't cut myself out of all of this.
All their cans are beef.
Is it good? Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. She's having Rachel here as well. All the cans at Trader Joe's on the inside. On the inside lining, they have is it all of them?
It's about 90% now. They're transitioning over, but everything, all tomato products are.
All tomato products, and what she's saying is about 90% of the cans, beans, things like that, they're not BPA lined. So a lot of cans nowadays they come with BPA lining, which is a preservative in a can, so it doesn't break down type thing. It doesn't rust. That's why they put it in there. But it's a major hormone disruptor. And so BPA, it's been banned from like baby bottles and things like that. The reason being is because it disrupts hormones and it creates a lot of issues with thyroids and estrogens and things like that. It mimics estrogen. So, little side note, that's great. Anything else with the lasagna? What are we on to next? Yeah. Oh, the can? Yeah, absolutely. I'll grab one for you. You guys can see it. So literally, like, this is what we bought. Like, we're taking this home with us today. So that's what I love about this. Everything I'm showing you is like, no, it's coming into our house. Like, you're in my pantry almost tonight as well. So, for this one?
So for the next breakfast,
Those are snacks.
No, the next breakfast is omelet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's throw an omelet together. Not actually gonna make it, Terry, if you're still watching and you're hungry. Eggs. We ate a ton of eggs at our house. You can eat these for any meal of the day. You don't have to be shy if you don't know what to eat. But we'll throw them together. We'll do scrambled. Sometimes we'll do fried. Oh, fried in coconut oil. That is like dessert for me. Fried eggs in coconut oil. You don't have to worry about the cholesterol. That is all going away. I'm going to cover those details at our Heart Health workshop and product. You can find that online. But you can have eggs, and my son devours them. We eat these a lot. Organic is what these are. You want to clean up your animal products again. Free range, organic is what you're looking for. If you're not eating them organic, at least get them free range. You're eliminating the pesticides. If you are getting organic, it means the chicken had a cleaner diet, so it eliminates a lot of like the arsenics and things like that. So that's what they feed them to get larger faster. So with the omelet, get creative and try to get as many greens as you can in. This is a good way to slip in greens. Jessica doesn't usually like the idea of it, but after I make it, she's okay with it. So just start slipping them in for the kids or, you know, the spouse that's gone awry. So we've slipped in spinach. That's easy. You just saute it in the pan with the coconut oil is what we cook with on high heat. We can throw in some broccoli. You can throw in green peppers. You can throw in mushrooms, onions, any of those things. Get some veggies in there so you get some more nutrients.
So Sean wants to know, can you share your favorite egg scramble recipe? How do you like to start your eggs? What are some different ideas to mix it up?
My favorite egg scramble is to take, that's a great question. Thanks, Sean. My favorite egg scramble is to take and do, I usually do about 3 eggs for like myself or 3 eggs for Jess. Throw it in, mix it up. I add in a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of spinach, and then I do a turkey sausage. And I'll cut up the turkey sausage or turkey bacon. Bacon lover? Yep, turkey bacon. Love this stuff. You don't like it? Oh, you tried it?
In an egg scramble, it's good. If you're
Yes.
trying to eat it, if you're
It's
trying
like,
to eat
yeah,
it as
it's
bacon,
fine.
I like
So,
it.
and so you put it in the egg scramble, and I do a little goat cheese with it, and it's fantastic. Just mix a little goat cheese in. So
Honestly,
that's my favorite egg
the
scramble.
goat cheese has been your key staple item, and then you'll also put a little dash of mustard in it too. And
Little-
that, I don't like mustard, but that's
Just a touch of mustard too. Kind of, she's not a mustard lover, but it kind of gives it just a little hint of flavor. So you kind of experiment with those, but adding a little bit of meat, like a turkey sausage, is really makes it a full, filling meal too. That's kind of like a Sunday meal for us, or a Saturday morning type meal.
top it off with a little avocado.
Oh yeah, we put avocado on the side. So avocado, we try to slip that in anywhere. And so we'll carve them out and each have one. The key with an avocado, it sounds simple, put sea salt and pepper on it. Oh, you gotta get the sea salt on there. And I'll eat them plain if they're like that. My son will eat them plain. Change your taste buds a little bit. Avocado oil?
I don't like the taste of coconut oil.
Yeah, if you're not a big fan of coconut oil or coconut in general, I would still encourage you to give it a try. It's super health benefits for you. But avocado also has a high heat. Trader Joe's just started carrying this maybe a year or 2 ago. You guys got it in. And really good product. We have this at home as well. But an avocado can withstand heating it to very high temperatures. Okay. What we got next?
Darlene wants to know about turkey bacon and turkey sausage. That's allowed in the plant.
Turkey bacon and turkey sausage are, yep. I go turkey, it tends to just be a little bit cleaner. Pork, sorry. You know, you got 4 or 5 other animals you can choose from that on a regular basis. You don't have to have pork. But it's just it's too unclean in that regard as far as pork. So we want it unclean, and we want to make sure you got like more of organic, more of a nitrite-free, hormone-free type product. But yeah, you can have turkey bacon and stuff. That's a good treat. I don't do it every day, but we love having it in. My son goes nuts when we pull out turkey bacon. He loves it. So,
Special treat for
good. Got that. What do you got next?
I have a question about Hawaiian sea salt, so I put that in your fridge.
Perfect. Chili. Now this is the one, it just depends. It's hard for us to put together a complete meal plan for you because it depends how big your family is. So you might only make 2 or 3 of these meals in a week. You might not make all 6 or all 7. And we did structure it that you can make one for lunch or dinner and then eat it the next day as leftovers. That's how we kind of laid out the plan if you have access to that. But chili is one of those that you can eat off for several days depending how big your family is. So in the chili, it's just simple. You can get creative with it. Again, there's your tomato sauce. Don't want to overdo that, but we put a can of it in. And then this type is lower sugar, so we talked on that. We put in kidney beans. Those are organic. Again, the cans, BPA free. That's awesome. So put a bunch of those in. You can add any type of bean you'd like. We do black beans in ours. We love black beans. You could do these with your eggs and make kind of a cowboy egg scramble if you wanted to. You can eat them regular. You can put it over chicken. Smothered chicken in this? Not in this one, I don't think.
The weeks ahead.
I don't think that one.
It might have been a different.
And then you have diced tomatoes as well. Again, along the same concept, organic. So a big can of those. And then we'll just do the burger. So the burger is organic ground beef, no antibiotics, no added hormones. That's what you're looking for, and 100% grass-fed. Trader Joe's is fantastic for this from a perspective of they have the 100% grass-fed, so the cows are raised right. This does not cause inflammation in the body. It's helping to prevent it. And so we ground up a bunch of beef, throw it all together, mix that up. On top, you can do a little dollop of, is that a word? Dollop? I said a dollop. Okay. Of sour cream. And I don't like to overdo dairy products. A lot of you really need to go a period of time of probably cutting these out because you do too much milk-based products, yogurts, and things of that sort. But Jessica really, because we don't have much of it, she likes a little bit of sour cream on top, so I have no problem with that. To put a little bit on there, lower sugar levels, we get it organic. Again, it's an animal product. We want to make sure it's clean and try to get it as clean as we can. You're trying to switch over your animal products. And then you add in what, your chili powder, cumin powder,
garlic,
Trader Joe's salsa.
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 Yeah, you can add salsa to it, give it a little kick if you like it hot or more mild. Yep, the salsa is really good as well. You can add that in, definitely. You just can't have chips with it. You can put a little cheese on top if you want to melt that on, right? That's an option. While they're grabbing some of the salsa, this is sea salt, and this is extremely important. Everybody needs minerals in their body. Most of you are extremely deficient when it comes to these minerals, and they're found in salt, the right kind of salt. Table salt, sea salt, terrible for you. It will affect your blood pressure, it will affect your body. It is said that the human body, when it passes now in America, is taking 2 to 3 times longer to decompose because we have so much built up preservatives and salt in our system. Disgusting. So you want real salt, which is more Himalayan pink sea salt based. It's got the pink color, it's got the grinder. This is the one that's at my house right now. And so you want a real salt. It's got all the minerals in it to get into your body. If you have a heart issue, I would actually recommend this because you need the minerals. Do not overdo it. But if you're going to use salt in anything, use the Himalayan. Half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of this a day is not going to cause any harm. It gets the minerals in. If you have a lot of cramping in your legs and such, this is a great resource. You can put it right in water and just shoot it. It doesn't taste good, but you got to get those minerals in. Instead of drinking Gatorade or vitamin water, which is chocked full of sugar, you could use Himalayan sea salt. This doesn't taste quite as well. It doesn't market quite as good as a sports performance drink, but that's what it is. Did you got some salsa?
Yes.
Perfect. Lots of different kinds. We've had this one several times in our house. This is an organic roasted yellow chili salsa. It's got tomato paste and roasted chilies, onions, salt. And again, I'm just reading labels. So you really learn to flip the container over and you just read what's in it. You want to know the ingredients. The first ingredient is going to be the highest majority of what it's made up of. The last ingredient is going to have the lightest amount. And I'm looking for any sources of sugar on those labels. It does tell me sugar's up above here, so it does tell me total carbohydrates is 4. So I do know this contains a little bit of sugar. I go over and I can see 2 tablespoons. All right, I can keep it within 2 tablespoons to keep the sugar count down. And it doesn't contain any pure sugar. It doesn't contain just sugar or fructose or any of those things. So that's kind of what I'm analyzing when I analyze a nutrition fact label to really see it and understand it. And I guess I can give you guys a close-up here as well. And so we're just really looking and dialing in on those sugars, carbohydrates, serving size, and you're reading those ingredients labels. That's where you want to live. You start flipping things over. So I love how many people have come in and they're like, yeah, I was just at the store. You got to do it the first couple times. It's going to take you longer to shop because you have to learn these things. But Trader Joe's is making it easy in town for us here. They have a lot of things marked with a star that are approved in the store. So if you're in a section like cheese and you're like, where do I start? You just look for the little gold star and there you go. It takes you right to it.
And if you're from out of town, we do have a list that would help you walk through any Trader Joe's. All of the SKU numbers would be the right products for Trader Joe's. The team here has been wonderful with helping us create that.
Up on the membership site, we have videos. I've walked through a lot of the store and filmed different sections. I'm not sure if we have this list up there or not. I'll have to check that for you. But yeah, just wherever you are, then you can walk into a Trader Joe's and have an idea of where you're going and what you're looking for. So, what's next?
We have one more meal for the first 3 days, and then we'll have snacks.
What do we got here?
That's the steak and vegetable option.
Steak and vegetables. Gosh, we're so nice to you. When have you ever had a meal plan where you're like, go ahead and eat steak and vegetables? So you can go out to eat. You're ordering your meat and then you're ordering your vegetable. That's what you're looking for when you go out to eat. Or you make it your own. So we got a couple grass-fed steaks. Let's see. Are these ones grass-fed? We're organic steaks. I'm not sure about the grass-fed on these
I might have
ones.
grabbed one next to it. They used
Yeah,
to
they
be.
don't label them 100%.
Not 100%. Okay.
They used to be labeled that way.
So at minimum, with whatever store you're at, you're looking for at least want to go towards organic, especially if I'm going to buy a steak. And I showed you the pictures. If you haven't seen those, the workshop replay will be up in about a month here, and you can literally look at a grass-fed steak versus a grain-fed steak. These are going to be a little smaller. They should be, because those cows are inflamed. They get them as big as they can. They're full of fat, so the meat is way fattier. And just a cleaner, higher nutrient taste for you. But we got them organic, so you can grill those up, or you can slice them and do them in the oven, however you want to kind of make those. And then just some veggies. So we got some, what did you get here? Oh, some squash. So we got bagged squash.
If you want easy, I also have a regular if you want to go the hard way
And
or the
regular,
easy way.
yes, hard way or easy way, like that. I don't want to overdo squash, but you can have a little bit of it. I'm not going to beat you up for it. The carbohydrate content is 8 grams on the back. It contains 3 grams of sugar. So again, if you're having too much of this stuff, or if you're really worried that you're not making results the way you want to, you would watch these type of things. The broccoli we had earlier, I'm a huge fan of sauteed steamed broccoli, sauteed spinach, any veggie that you like, throw that in, get creative. We just stay away from the potatoes now, because those really will up the sugar content. So no potatoes for this period of time. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. No sweet potatoes during this time. They're sweet potatoes. Obviously those are out, but you can have them down the road. They're full of good B vitamins. But for this period of time, no, we have to cut them out. So when you're out to eat, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for chicken dishes, you're looking for fish dishes, you're looking for steak dishes. At every restaurant you go to, you're not necessarily going to be able to find natural and organic, and but ideally you would start looking for, the fish that's wild caught, or the grass-fed steak. It's becoming more and more popular because you're voting for it. The more you buy it, the more they're going to make it. They're going to make it easier accessible as it just keeps getting in today's age. So yeah, that's a simple one, and you can pick off that. If you want to substitute in chicken instead of steak, go for it. But just have the vegetables on the side, and you just start learning. You have more options than you think, and it doesn't have to be difficult. It's a matter of just cooking those up. Going for it. Is that good?
Yes. Next we have some snacks.
Snacks and drinks.
I've got some questions coming in. If you want to wait a couple minutes, or we can go right
Yeah, keep your questions coming. I'm going to get to them in just a few minutes here. Let's go through snacks and drinks. Keep answering them. Jessica's getting them. She'll make sure we get you all taken care of. Blueberries. So this is like a delicacy in our household, and we go through probably 2 or 3 of these a week. Because my son is a blueberry eating machine, he's starting to get a tint of blue to him. He calls them Dottos for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but as a baby, that's what he started calling them. So you can have some of these, don't overdo them. You can have a little handful of blueberries. I like to, it's kind of a little treat. I usually eat them earlier in the day. But yeah, just a good little snack to buy some, and it's kind of mixes it up and gives you a little bit of that sweet flavor. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so dangerous. I love this stuff. Give me a spoon in this jar and I'm good. This is raw almond butter. So people asked me last night, peanut butter I can't have, or almond. I'm like, you can, but you have to flip it over and come on in here with me, Sarah. It says raw almonds. That's it. No other ingredients. And this is the best price point by far of anywhere I've ever seen this stuff. I love Trader Joe's raw almond butter. We get the creamy kind. You can dip it with celery. You could have, what else do I dip in there? Apples. Oh, Granny Smith apples. That's right. That's like a dessert. So if you need a good dessert, try it. Honestly, put some almond butter over Granny Smith apples. So good. So that's a good little snack you can have with you. You can take a little container to go. Good stuff in that regard. This is weird as a snack, but it is. I love pickles, right? So I have pickles, and they're like, I love looking at them. There is some sodium content, but there's like hardly any calories. There's no sugars. There's none of that. So I have a pickle or two every day. It's a nice little snack. I don't know. It's something I could reach for really quick. Help satisfy me. Did you put black olives in as a snack? Wow, you are really touching my heart now. This is a weird Dr. Livingwood thing. Like, I would take olives as a snack. You can get green ones, you can get black ones, you can just do a few of those. See, that's good, healthy fat. But the other thing is the raw nuts that we talked about. I would encourage having a bag of those. You already got one. Let me see inside your bag. Let me check it out. This is really live now. We were calling out patients. Yeah, she's got the walnut halves. These are fantastic. You can throw those in a bag. You can do. She's got some Valencia peanuts. You chose the right kind. Valencia is the better choice because they don't contain as many funguses. So we want to go Valencia, so that's great. It's just organic Valencia peanuts, so you're in the right direction there. What else is it?
Rachel, just grab these are new snack pack olives.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Travel
traveling.
trouble.
For travel.
It is salted green olives
Check
on the
out
go.
the
Do you guys
ingredients
also
on the
have
back.
coconut oil on the go now too?
We
You
do. Packets.
Little
You want me to
packets
grab
of
those?
coconut. You don't have to. That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's like you could take with you if you need a coconut oil on the go or to use it for things. I'm gonna go ahead and just
Yeah,
slip
throw
those
that
right
in
into
there.
my
Yeah.
into the cart there. So yeah, and you could go a bunch of other. You could go macadamians. You could go almonds are really good. But I encourage you having a big bag of any type of assorted raw nuts because if you get hungry, you can reach for those, and it's kind of a hunger killer in that regard. So you should try those out. Let's go into. Oh, we do have the regular coconut oil in here. We love this kind, and it's organic. It's cold pressed. That's the two things you want to be looking for. This isn't necessarily a snack, although I do occasionally do a little tablespoon of it, especially if I get really hungry, but I know I'm like in between meals. I go and I have a little bit of this. It's really good for the brain to get, to put the fats in, and it curbs the appetite because it's high fat. Okay.
Same thing in the to-go packets.
Oh yeah, coconut oil, exact same thing. To-go packets, you can have it on the go. You could put it in your coffee to make bulletproof coffee. You get a dose of fat in your coffee. It's an interesting combination. But yeah, there's a lot of options with that. She did throw one vegetable in here, cucumber, but you could have a bunch of veggies cut up that you could use for hummus.
And we did
I
have
love
a question
hummus,
on
and I
hummus.
love guacamole. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me find it here. Basically, is hummus okay? Should it be organic? I didn't grab any because we do have some at home and the guacamole with the veggies. That's why I put the veggies in there to remind us.
Here at Trader Joe's, they have a really good on-the-go guacamole, and so they have it in a container where you can literally take it with you. It's so simple as far as for a lunch or something. You can eat off it for a couple days. I just cover it back up when I get home so it doesn't discolor because it's real. And then
We have individual servings on that now too.
on the guacamole,
Literally on the go.
little small ones. It's
I'll
just
grab one.
the easier ones to make it convenient for you. With hummus, yes, if you can get it organic. Not all of my hummus is organic. We buy a brand that's called Roots. It's made here locally, which has a higher nutrient content. It's at health food stores. Ideally, if you can get it without like soybean or vegetable, that's the best. Canola is what a lot of them are made for. If you can get to olive oil, even better. Some of them don't have any oil at all. Or make your own. Google, really simple. Lots of different hummus recipes. You can make big vats of it. It'll keep for a week or two that you can eat off of it. Okay?
Here comes Rachel with the hummuses.
Hummuses right behind. Okay. I'm going to throw these back in, and we're going to talk about drinks next, and then I'm going to answer questions. So if you do have questions, please type them below in the comment section. I'm going to make sure they all get answered for you today.
Well, and it has extra chocolate in it, but it also has
Oh, almond butter. I think I want to open that right now. You take a couple blueberries. So good. All right, what do you got? So organic hummus, version of Trader Joe's. You have to use your taste buds. This will be more of your regular kind. There's so many different types of hummus, but this is organic chickpeas, water, sesame tahini. Now it does have sunflower oil, which is the only knock on most hummuses. It's just rare that you're going to find them without it. But if we can, that's the way you want to go. It does have olive oil in it though too, so it's a blend and it's a mix, which is a definite step in the right direction. Some cumin, some lemon juice, some sea salt. Again, you can make this at home really easy in a blender. Throw it all in, blend those up. You know.
TJ's has everything, tahini, chickpeas, everything to make it.
Chickpeas to eat, yep, and you can make big batches of it. You get used to it. That's a Sunday thing where you prepare all your veggies, you cook. We like to boil a bunch of chicken. We do all our veggies cut up. We do the hummus, and so then we're ready to go for a week. We have our bag of nuts set, and so you just go into the week more prepared, so you don't have weak moments. And then, yes, here's the guacamole to go. So really simple, packets of it, you can take it. Guacamole, it's got a little jalapeno pepper, salt, dehydrated onion, and garlic. Perfect. All good, solid ingredients. So throw that in as well. Getting hungry. Should shop while you're hungry. Should not shop while you're hungry.
All right, are we good?
Okay, and then we'll go drinks, and then we'll move on to questions.
We have questions.
So, sparkling water. This is a big friend of mine, LaCroix and Trader Joe's sparkling water. We have it at our house constantly. And so people ask me, what do I have? And if I'm out at a restaurant, I don't grab a beer, I don't grab wine, I go for sparkling water now. And then it mixes it up a little, get a lemon or lime on the side. So then if you are craving some other kind of drink, if you drink a lot of soda, start replacing it with cans of LaCroix or this. You can go Zevia if you have to, which is stevia sweetened soda, but I would rather you start breaking those chains and go with more sparkling water. You can do coffee. They have decent ones here that are shade grown, which protect the nutrients of the coffee. You want it organic to get it as clean as you can. If you have clean versions of coffee, it's the most researched food on the planet, and so it's chock full of a lot of good nutrients and antioxidants, but you gotta have clean versions of it. What else for drinks that we would go after? Almond milk we have in our house, or coconut milk. We have that regularly. We mostly just use it in things like either a smoothie or a, maybe something we're making. We don't necessarily drink that straight.
Sometimes the coconut water will splash in it, but that still has some sugars.
Yeah, so it's mostly sparkling water. It's your coconut and almond milks and regular water. You need to drink a lot more water. You're 70% water, you're not getting nearly enough. So up it makes a big difference. What you got?
I literally just pulled this out of my lunchbox, which I'm glad to get, but it's 100% grass-fed beef stick.
Oh, beef stick.
You just need a little protein.
This is huge for like especially like guys that need meat or what, you know, and women too. You're about to eat it, but 100% grass-fed chomps. It's called snack stick. I love this kind of stuff. Kind of a little bit more salty palate that I have. But if it's grass-fed, you know you're doing better. You don't want to be eating this kind of stuff all day long, or maybe not even every day. But it's good to mix that in for a snack on the go. So.
And I tend to run too low on sodium.
Yep.
So
you keep the minerals and stuff in.
I need the sodium in there to get up to my
Increase it. Perfect.
nice snack.
It's good. All right, let's answer your questions. I'm going to go to the live group real quick first, and then they'll start flowing in online as well, because I always reward action takers, even though I'm glad you're on and joining us live as well. You got any questions?
I do.
Good?
Blueberries.
Yeah, blueberries?
We have a friend who has bushes,
Yes.
and he lets us go pick.
Even better. Pick them to bushes. If you can get them live and go get berries, oh, it's so good. Freeze them. We always did that as a kid. You can use those, and it's a way cheaper route to go as well. But if you don't, then you buy your fruits. Okay, what do you got?
Okay, let's go back. You were talking, we have a lot of nut questions.
A lot of nut questions. A lot of nuts out there. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to find them now. Peanuts are high in protein. What can I replace peanuts with? Do you have nuts with sea salt on them?
Yes, you can have nuts with sea salt. You would want to make sure they're more of like oven roasted. Right? There's a lot of versions. I believe we got one at the airport the other day that was oven roasted with sea salt. It's perfect. They were really tasty too. You can roast your own like in the oven. Just take raw almonds and put sea salt over the top of them. You can do seasoning. Yeah, you can do any seasoning. So I would replace the peanuts if you're wondering with almonds. Would be a great choice. Don't overdo them because too much protein turns into sugar. But you want a moderate amount, and especially if you're cutting out, doing really well at cutting out sugars, then I'm not going to beat you up for eating any sort of raw nuts.
What about cashew milk?
Cashew milk is fine. Yep. Again, watch your sugar content. Make sure your almonds, cashew, coconut are not sweetened. I know it tastes better, but you don't want them sweetened. You just want regular. The nut milks have just shown to be cleaner because of the way we pasteurize our dairy and what we've done to the cow. Fill it full of hormones and antibiotics. If you have to get dairy, then make sure you're getting the hormone-free, antibiotic-free, virgin, organic for sure.
Darlene wants to know, what about making your own chips, free bread or Drickman and corn bread?
Yeah, Darlene, for any kind of breads or crackers or anything that you'd make, it gets a little bit tricky because even though it's gluten-free, doesn't mean it's sugar or carbohydrate-free. So there are a lot of good recipes out there. We made a homemade pizza last weekend, and we used an almond flour crust. It's definitely a different texture. It's not going to rise like normal bread does. But if you really crave those type of things like my wife does, that was an alternative. So you can find some almond flour or coconut flour based bread products that you can be able to do, chip type things, breads, cookies, those type of things if you're into it. And if you send a message on your membership site, I can even send some recipes over that our family uses if you're looking for cookies or looking for some kind of bread or something. I'd be happy to do that.
I have a lot of trouble getting onto it.
You do what?
I have a lot of trouble getting onto it.
I can help you with that. Yeah.
Oh, to the site? Yep, we can help you with that, for sure.
Terry wants to know, she's talking about tea. She needs some tea or more.
Tea, yeah. You can have lots of different kinds of tea. Trader Joe's has a lot of great ones. The big thing with tea you want to watch out for is that the type of bag, actually, number one, is not bleached because they bleach the white tea bag and then that ends up in your hot drink. So you want more of just a regular looking bag. And literally, you'll usually say that on there, not bleached bags, because people are demanding it now. A lot of really good types of tea. I'll do non-caffeinated. What did we have the other day? We had an apple cinnamon tea the other day. It was fantastic. Rooibos tea. Yep, caffeine-free one. You can do caffeine if you want to as well. Just watch what you put in it. If you want to sweeten it with stevia. That'd be a good sugar substitute. That's the only one I really recommend anymore. And it's a good sweetener. They have a couple good versions here. It's organic. It doesn't take much. It'll last you a long time if you purchase it. But yeah, teas. Have fun with those. And get them, as clean, natural, organic as you possibly can.
Rose wants to know about plantains.
Yep, plantains. Plantains, bananas, same family, a lot of sugar. They're highly genetically modified. So they're going to, if you alter the DNA of food, you will alter and mess with the DNA of yourself. So plantains during this period of time are out. If you want no sugar, you want to burn the fat, lose the weight as fast as you can, you want to be cutting out plantains and cutting out bananas. You can add them back in down the road if you want to, but for right now, nope, sorry.
Safflower oil, is that okay?
Safflower is a rancid oil. It is basically anything outside of avocado, olive, and coconut, grapeseed. That's about the main ones that you're going to find. Maybe like a walnut oil, that's just rare. But all the other ones are man-made oils, which your body doesn't recognize, meaning they've been so far processed that they alter and disrupt the fats in your body. They congest you, they inflame you. So you really want to decongest by using clean oils.
Okay, so I have a couple questions here about sweeteners. How about honey, stevia, those types of
During the challenge, if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to get all the sugars out, we want to take honey out, we want to take agave out. We don't want those two in. I know you could use them down the road, for sure. I'm not saying you can never have it again, but just during this period of time, none of those. If you do need a sweetener, then you go with stevia. Try to get the label as just pure stevia as much as you can.
Can you touch on eating out? We have a comment here that says dining is challenging.
Dining can be challenging, but again, you can have any meat dish. Chicken, fish, steak, there's something there. You just gotta watch any sauces or stuff they would put on top of it. And you gotta just get choosy on your sides. So you're gonna go with vegetables. You're not eating the mac and cheese, you're not eating the tater tots, you're not eating the fries, you're either going side salad or you're going veggies. That's where a lot of the focus needs to go. But meat, I find to be pretty easy. There's a lot of dishes. You could go with, beef ribs if you needed to. Just watch the sauce they put on there. There's a lot of options in that regard. You're not going to be having pizza and stuff like that. I really like Mexican during these times when I'm cutting sugar out because I can get no type of burrito, no shell, anything like that, and I can just do a bowl of lettuce and then put any Mexican toppings on pretty much that I want. Beans, chicken, guacamole, sour cream, cheese, salsa. Yeah, I mean, you can put anything on there. The sauteed veggies, all of that.
You like to take leftovers of Mexican night and put it on salad the next day?
Yeah, you do some kind of, instead of tacos at our house, we wrap it up in lettuce shells, cabbage shells, and that's how we have it. That's how we can eliminate the taco. And then I use the taco meat the next day on a salad. So another little cheat there too. But if I'm eating out and I'm on the go, I look for a Mexican place, Chipotle, Wo's, something along those lines, because it's just easier to. I can usually have a lot of it, and cleaner meats. Both of those places have cleaner meats, so it's good.
Yeah, as far as beef is concerned,
Yeah.
if you had a choice between organic and grass-fed,
Yes.
would you take?
He's asking what would I choose, organic or grass-fed? Which one would I say choose? Gosh, it's tough. I would probably choose organic because organic means you have to have some level of grass-fed to even get there. 100% grass-fed you could still have, but you could be pumping the cows still full of bad food. Or organic means the diet of the animal is going to be a lot more in line with what it's supposed to be. So I think I would choose organic over grass-fed if I had the choice. So it's a tough one. If it's local, though, I like local meat. It's got a lot of nutrients, a lot more nutrients. Kombucha. I looked up kombucha. I get this question a lot. Since it's a kind of an alcohol-based beverage, it's got to ferment. The sugar content's got higher, so I've cut it out during this time. I love it the rest of the year, but just during a challenge where you're really cutting out all your sugars, I try to stay away from it if I have a choice, and I do. So but the rest of the year it's full of good probiotics, which is the good bacteria in your system. Kombucha. So if you never tried it, it's really good stuff. If you want to try a drink after this and just mix up your taste buds, kind of thing. Next question. Got any? Just starting to learn. Yep. I got the I just got the look of a new mom coming to the store trying to learn all this stuff. So this is a process. This is why we do this kind of stuff for you. These are recipes we use as our families. We can answer these kind of questions. You have the manager of the store making it really easy by marking things in the store. Because it can be a deer in a headlight type thing. You just slowly start making changes, and you'll watch over the next couple months, stuff will change.
Can you touch on our group here and on our live group? It's only the Trader Joe's Star Wars stickers.
Yes, so as far as you can't walk into any Trader Joe's and have any sort of stickers, I wish we had that for you, but it's this Trader Joe's, just the Cary location, wherever you're watching this. We have them actually marked. I can get you the resource of the approved foods if you do live somewhere else, but you can't walk into, like we're in the Triangle area, depending on where you're watching this from, you can't walk into the Raleigh one or the Chapel Hill Trader Joe's and actually have the stickers on the foods. So that's just in the Cary
So,
Trader Joe's.
and if they don't live near here, but they're coming to your office, just stop by here one time, and me or Shirley can help them find stuff.
You know, a lot of our patients just saying come from 45 minutes away or an hour and a half away. When you come to the office and you get your care, you can just swing for 10 minutes from this store, get your groceries for the week, and you're on your way. I mean, it makes it pretty easy. And then yeah, they know us, they know the food's here, so you can just come in and you can just ask them, hey, I'm a patient of Dr. Living Goods, and they'll help you out if you need some guidance. So. You get them all?
I think I got all the questions. Hope I didn't miss anybody.
Biggest thing is your determination. You got to make up your mind you're doing this. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be headachy. You're going to have challenges when it comes to cutting sugars out of your diet. You have to get it out and allow that body to start healing. Once you get all the sources of sugar out, your body can finally start to heal and repair itself from all the damage you've created. And you'll see cholesterol change, blood pressure change, and your taste buds. Things will get sweeter and sweeter for you. But really, it's right here. It's making up your mind. You're going to do this, and if you can shut off the sugar fuel source and turn on the fat fuel source, watch out. Energy's going to change, and the weight will start coming off. Yeah, I'm excited for you. I think I like this format. I love you guys asking questions. Again, we're here for you full on. If you are a member of the drlivinggood.com page, you can go to community support. There's been questions coming in like crazy. Ask anything that you need. I'm a click away. You can easily access that. If you are watching and you are not a member of that, to get the resources, all the videos I've made in here, the meal plans, recipes, workouts, everything, you can just comment below. We can get you information on how to become one of those. Or if you need to come in the office, have a consultation, let us know as well. Just comment below, and we can certainly help you wherever you're at in the country. Get some real health answers. It's a real doctor, real team, right alongside with you, helping you to achieve your health goals. It's not just stuff we're telling you to do and we're not doing ourselves. That's what I love. That's the uniqueness about our office, primary care that we're doing together. So, anything else? We're good?
How's asparagus?
Asparagus is great. Yes. That's a funny question to end on. That's what we got for today. I hope you loved your Trader Joe's tour. If you need any help, go to community support or comment below. Thanks for joining us today.
Nice.